Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with One Punch Man Season 3 Episode 11 reaction. Right, the previous episode nothing much really happened. We saw like 3 battles. The major ones was Zombie Man versus that bad guy, vampire guy, that monster. And then we had Amai Mask and that other lady. I don't know her name, and it wasn't really that much of a big fight. It just happened and ended instantaneously. And then we had the three Atomic Samurai's disciples, them fighting against that hair guy, you know. Yeah, so all of these were happening. In the end, we also got to see Atomic Samurai, and now he's facing off against a weird looking monster. So, let's see what happens. So let's begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Stick it to whichever is your preference. Let's begin. Yeah, here's the countdown. Three, two, one, go. Ugh. Oh, we're back here. What? Obviously. Oh yeah, wait. Ah. Oh god. First get out of here first. Then you can, you know. Sure. Bruh. Hmm. Class president. Right. I feel like someone's going to stop them from I don't know. Let's see. Hmm. Top dragons. Oh, we're out. Nice. Well. Or they just couldn't be bothered. Oh, there you go. Okay. Oh, currently digesting. Yeah. Wow. Well, at least he responded. Oh, there we go. Wait, so he found. Um. Oh yeah, he did find him because he was being chased by that thing. I forgot in the previous episode. You lied. Well, well, let me take you and send you back there again. Come on, let's go. Well, what else can he do? Yeah, you need a kick up your ass. Hmm. That's his voice? What the hell? What a black sperm? What? Yeah. This thing is weird. Oh! Oh damn! What the hell? Oh, he'll probably regenerate. Oh, he can actually divide like that. I see. Right. Yeah, it is going to be annoying. Oh, because black sperm, that's. God damn it. Oh, good lord. This thing is too damn cocky. Yeah, this is going to be difficult. Or he's called Atomic Samurai. If he can, like, cut them in atomic level, then I feel like there should be some kind of a limitation to its power. God damn it. Damn. Yeah, I was gonna say. Bruh. Good lord. Yeah. It's too many of these. It's just. Right. Hmm. Oh. Okay. Well, that's one way to stop them for now, I guess. Who the hell is this? homeless. What? What? Yeah. Well, he's a zombie. He cannot die, I think. Oh, damn. Oh my god. Well, he'll just regenerate. Whoa, did he just shoot him like that? What the hell? Oh, whoa. Um, wait, what happened? Oh, true. Yeah, but he is resilient. Oh, damn. That? Okay. I guess. Yeah. Wait, you thought it was just a figure of speech? Um. Oh, damn. That's pretty nice of you. Makes sense. Your name is pretty self-explanatory. Hmm. Oh, what? Yeah. But that's crazy. Oh, damn. Wow. This guy's a. He attained enlightenment after getting fired. Oh no, he's going in the different direction now. Right. Damn. What the hell? Yeah, who's this? What is going on? So he obviously someone gave him like the monster, like the thing. I was gonna say he's waiting for himself to regenerate. That's why he'd ask him his story. I. Oh damn. Saitama, you've been walking for 5 episodes. What's wrong with you? What the? Who's that? Oh, that's a hero? Oh no, they're fighting as Puri Puri prisoner. Bruh. Wow. Right. What the hell? Vacuumer? Oh, that's why vacuumer. Damn. Well, that's why they're called monsters. They don't care. Bruh. Well, he's just gonna use Angel Hug. Oh, interesting power. Damn, he's not wrong. There are other S rankers who are even stronger than him. You're the one talking about being a monster? Wow. Damn. Mo- No, what's happening? Why is he? Oh, that was probably his overflowing. Yeah. Yeah. Vibration agent. Vibration. Yeah. Okay. Damn, he became Saitama. A monster. Okay. Oh, they all came out. Yeah. Wow. Oh, it's. Wait, they became monsters. Oh no. You know the people that he came to rescue? But he was concerned about them. Bruh. Well, they are. Okay. Oh no. Oh. Oh god. Yeah. All right. It's slacking on. Oh damn. Who the hell is this? Oh, Nyan. Hey yo. But well, he's an S rank hero. Oh no. Right. What is he, a shonen manga main character? What's that noise? Oh, he adapted to the. Wait, what? Yeah. What's happening? Yeah, with your body hair? Oh, so he actually was a cat from the beginning. Well, he's a cat. What the? Mm, bruh. Oh, wow. Okay, that's one way. Damn. Oh, he came back here. Nah. Yo. Yeah. Yeah, because as he said, he's technically the weakest of the S ranks. Kind of. Right. Well, he's gonna be like, his body had just shed off. Okay. Oh, bro's been he's been walking for 5 days. Yeah. Mm. Oh boy, I wonder who will bump into. All right. Yeah, that was it. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Okay. That was it. That was today's episode. That was episode number 11. Yeah. All right, so first and foremost, obviously, um, I talk about the animation, and yeah, the animation was okay today. Like it wasn't that bad. Like I would say, like it was pretty good. Like I would say this today's quality was probably similar to that episode. Which episode was it? The best animation episode. That one. Wait a minute, I'm forgetting which episode it was. Not the Flashy Flash episode. I think it was the episode after that, which was also pretty good, right? I don't remember. Anyways, but even though we didn't really have that much battles today, but the quality it looked comparable to that. Uh, yeah. So I would say, like, out of all the episode rankings, I'd probably put this at number three. Like the third best episode, animation wise. Animation wise, character model wise. Um, like this was probably the third best. Right. And yeah, like the character models looked pretty good today. Like like the still shots, and when like we were getting like the zoom, the close ups and everything looked pretty good. The characters were actually moving. Even though we didn't really, like I said, we didn't really have that much battle today. Mostly like just like attacking, like there was like a little bit of a action sequence in the Black Spum versus Atomic Samurai section where all the Black Spums were like jumping on him. There was like a little section, like a animated section over that part. The homeless king or whatever the hell his name is, that part also had a little bit of animation, but yeah, overall it's pretty good. Obviously, comparing it to One Punch Man season 3 quality, it's pretty good. Not like it was pretty good normally. Like I said this at the very, like before as well. If they maintained this quality throughout all the episode, the quality that we saw today, obviously it wouldn't be the best or it wouldn't be good, but it would at least be okay. Like I feel like I would have probably given this season at least a 7 out of 10 if this quality was maintained. Like, because like I said, I just, like I don't really care about animation, but there is a line obviously that shouldn't be crossed, and I feel like One Punch Man season 3 crossed that line in with a lot of episodes being absolutely ass. Like it was so bad that even someone like me who don't care about animation that much, it was jarring to me. So like if they maintain this quality throughout this season, it would have I at least would have been completely fine with it. I would have been like, yeah, it's not the best thing that I've seen, but it's pretty decent. Just like the same opinion that I had about season two, I would have had about with season three as well. Like a lot of people absolutely hated season two and everything, and they were like, what, like bad quality and everything. And yes, I agree with them, but at the same time, it was okay. Like I watched it and I liked season two. Like obviously the animation was a downgrade from season one because season one was done by Madhouse, and then like, but it seemed like they were trying and they were doing their best, and like the quality looked decent enough, and I was like, that's good enough. I'm just here for the story, so it doesn't matter. Like I like season two. Like I gave season two like a 7 out of 10. Same thing I would have done in this season as well if this was the quality they maintained throughout the show. Like every single episode, if this was the quality they maintained. Like, yeah, obviously, like a lot of people would have still hated on this season, but I would have been completely fine with it. But like I said, there is a limit that should not be crossed, and I feel like this season actually tested all of our patience. Like there's like animation like this, which is, at least in my opinion, okay, and then there's the abominations that we were seeing, like in like those episodes. I don't even remember the episode numbers, but those crooked character models, characters sliding across the screen, ugly character models, and like just deformed, unfinished work. That was not okay. This episode, look at this episode. Like the character models look finished. Like the zoom ups that we were seeing look very good. The art quality looked pretty decent. Obviously, they had the whole neon like lighting on them as well, which again, it just makes it absolutely jarring. But it's still okay, fine. Like the character models looked good at least, and they didn't really use that much neon disco lights today. That much, it was there, but it wasn't really that much, I guess, compared to the other episode. Or maybe it just didn't, like, I just didn't notice it. Whatever it is, But like the character models looked really good today. Like I liked it. It was pretty good. Yeah, this is how it should have been this whole season. And like I said, still people still wouldn't have liked it and would have complained about it. But people like me would have been fine with it. And I think, like, like on an average, how, like, I think, like, in my anime list, One Punch Man is standing at like a 4.5 rating. I feel like at least it would have been at like a 6.8 rating if this was the quality they maintained throughout the season. But obviously not. We got some absolutely garbage episodes with like almost no animation, bad character models, ugly looking character models, unfinished looking character models, and yeah. Anyways, like, wait, this is episode 11, right? Wait, how many episodes? I always forget. I check every single day when I react to this show, and then I forget how many episodes will this season have. Wait a minute. Let me just check. Oh, one more episode after this. So next episode is the final episode. Okay. Right. So yeah, final episode. Um, Hopefully they maintain this quality, because I feel like they would at least, like, try to make it a little bit better than today's episode, because it's the final episode. Like, come on. Like, surely they're going to end it in a positive note, even though, like I said, the bar is very low still. So I'm hoping like next episode is at least this quality or better than this. Hopefully it doesn't go downhill again, like, because good lord, at least end the season with a good animated episode. Like, come on. Anyways, yeah, so this episode I was okay with it, like, yeah, it was pretty good. Again, One Punch Man. Whenever I say it's pretty good, I mean it by One Punch Man season 3 standards. Like, so, like, in that way, it was pretty good. Like, comparing to all the other episodes that we've seen of this season, compared to that, this was good. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying that this was good, because there was still a lot of like jarring like sections. Like, even though today's episode had a lot of really good sections with really good, well drawn character models, there were still a few sections I saw which had, you know, like a little bit less detailed character designs and everything. For example, go to that part, the where we have a child emperor bringing out all the bringing out Wagamma outside, and all the other heroes were standing there. This part you can see like all the other heroes, the A rank heroes, and everyone that was standing. All of them, you can see the character models looked a little bit unpolished. A little bit, I'm saying, because they still look decent enough, like, but a little bit unpolished. If you look at that section, you'll understand. And I guess it makes sense, because there were so many of them that they had to properly draw over there. That's why they kind of, like, tried to do it in a little bit of a quicker manner. That's why it looks unpolished. It looks, like that they didn't give like a finishing touch. So there were sections like that, obviously, in today's episode as well. But like I said, I'm comparing these to all the other episodes, and by comparison, this episode was way better. Like, than a lot of the other, like, than 80% of this season. This episode was way better. So that's what it is. So yeah, whenever I'm saying it looks good, I'm saying it comparing it to this season, not other animes. Comparing this to other animes, no, this doesn't look good. But right. Anyways, so that is what I think of today's animation, character model, and all that. Right. Okay, now that I've talked about all of that, let's talk about the episode. Today's episode, we had a few encounters with a few monsters. For example, we had Atomic Samurai fighting Black Sperm, right? Then we have Zombie Man fighting Homeless Emperor, or whatever the hell his name was. Then we had Puri Puri Prisoner fighting Yan. Oh, before that, Puri Puri Prisoner also fought that other guy. What was his name? Like I forgot his name. You know, that guy who was sucking everything. The elephant dude. Yeah, and those were the few encounters that we had. Now, first, let's talk about Atomic Samurai. Oh no, first let's talk about Child Emperor. So Child Emperor takes Wagamma out, obviously out of the monster lair, and he entrusts him to the A rank heroes, and obviously he's like, I have to go back because you know like the other heroes are fighting, and I'm currently technically the leader, so I have to make sure everyone's working well, teamwork is being maintained, and all that. And yeah, so but then obviously Wagamma like kind of drops. Oh, Wagamma doesn't say. It was Atomic Samurai who said that there's another kid. Now, obviously, Child Emperor before asked Waganma about whether there were any other children here, and he said like no, you know, because he was scared. He was thinking like, oh, let's get out of here as soon as we can. You know, like that's why he lied over there. But obviously, you know, like Child Emperor is not happy because now he has to go back again, and like you know, like it's just more like problem that Waganma created. Because if you know, if he said that like, oh no, there's another kid, Child Emperor probably would have gone and tried to save that kid and then come out along with Waganma. But here's and one thing I'm thinking that maybe I don't know, like you know, we'll have to wait and see. But I'm just thinking maybe Waganma lying over there and them getting out into the surface actually kind of like saved Child Emperor in a way, because I feel like, you know, like if Child Emperor tried to go and rescue the other kid as well, I feel like it would have been too much, because you know like Child Emperor would have encountered Black Sperm, right? Then he would have encountered Black Sperm, and then not only him, like there were also a few other like monsters that he would have encountered, and it would have been pretty difficult for him to, I don't know, maybe I have no idea, but I feel like in a weird way, because he came out, like there's other people now trying to like you know, are who are encountering the monsters that that the Child Emperor would have encountered if he went and tried to save the other kid. For example, Atomic Samurai got paired up with Black Sperm, and even though you know it seems like Atomic Samurai is struggling, I think he will probably turn this whole thing around in the next episode. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, so I feel like in a way, I don't know. I just feel like Wagama kind of like by lying and by coming outside, he kind of like helped Child Emperor in a way. Like I don't know. We'll, you know what? Let's wait and see. Next episode we'll get our answer, because you know like yeah, because Child Emperor is now going back again. So who knows what's it? Either way, let's just wait and see. Anyways, but obviously Child Emperor was not happy about that, because he's like bro, what the hell? You just lied. And Wakan was like, oh no, I was, yeah, I lied because I was scared. We had to get out of here. And yeah, now another thing, you can see Sekingal, you know, obviously he's like, oh no, you why don't you come and rest? Because you know, like yeah, like we got our first priority, the person that we're trying to save, we got him out of there. So you know, as if that was all that they had to do. Like this is the thing. One thing, Sekingal is a hero, right? Like I don't actually get it. He's supposed to be technically a hero because he is working for the Hero Association. I don't know if he goes out in the fields and fight, or if he's just like a non-combatant type hero. But he is a hero. He has a power. You know, he has that whole thing that we saw. Like his eye has something. I forgot what his power was, but whatever it was, he is a hero technically, right? Like it's crazy how even though he's a hero, he is talking about like priority and that stuff. Like yeah, that's not what a hero is supposed to be. You know, like hero is supposed to be someone who saves each and every one without thinking of any type of like priority, without giving anyone special preference, like, or without any type of expecting anything in return. That is what a hero is. It's self-explanatory. Hero. That is what a hero is. Hero is someone who like fights against injustice, saves innocent people, like, and obviously they do this with no strings attached. So even though this bro is a hero, like I said, I don't know if he's technically a hero. He should be. He works for the Hero Association and everything. He was talking about like, oh, like, we got the guy who had fast priority. So and like this is the thing. Like this is one thing that I feel like another show has brought up a lot, which is My Hero Academia. This whole like this heroes being someone who actually like like they just became like this corporate entity, like give and take relationship, this kind of thing. As soon as like they form like an organization, like a hero association or a hero organization or something, like it from being like people who just saves other people, that's what heroes are. From that it turns into this whole corporate entity of like, oh, like, yeah, we are supposed to do this and we'll only do this, nothing else. That kind of thing. Give and take relationship, like all these things, it comes into like thing. And like, and obviously I feel like Child Emperor was not really happy to hear that as soon as Second Girl said that, oh, like, like, should be like, we got our first priority, so why are you going back? Because that's not what a hero is supposed to be. So yeah. But anyways, like that thing was pretty jarring, obviously, when Second Girl said that. And I'm like, bro, you guys are supposed to be heroes. Like, if that's your thought process, then why are you guys heroes? Just go back and do like some other, like, just don't be a hero, because that's not what a hero is supposed to do. It defeats the whole damn purpose if this is how you look at like this whole situation. Like, yeah. But anyways, whatever. Like, like these guys, obviously, like, they're like a whole hero association, and they have this whole rules and regulations and these type of things. Like, so yeah, like in that sense, they're not heroes in a way, because they're just a corporate group of like like people just posing as heroes because they don't have that thing within them which makes them a hero. But yeah, obviously it's few people. Like most of the people here, I'm pretty sure is just doing these because they want to help people. And that's why they have made this a profession. Because obviously it's going to, like, it's a source of income for them, but at the same time they can help people as well. And I feel like S rank heroes especially probably has that more, like that hero like thing within them, that, oh, I want to save people, because they're that strong. Like, that's why I feel like, yeah, I don't know, but I feel like most of the S rank heroes probably are actually heroes from the inside as well. But anyways, yeah, that's what happened. And yeah, now Wagama, though, like, I have to say, like, this kid is a brat. But what can I expect? His dad is this rich ass person who just throws money at everyone and anyone, and thinks that everyone will do his bidding. So what else can you expect from like someone whose father is like that? Like, really, like, like, he grew up in an environment where he saw his dad just throwing money at people and them just doing whatever he told them to do. So that's what he thinks. He thinks he's this privileged ass person who, like, anyone and everyone will just put their life down for him. Like, that's what he thinks. Like, and that is why he was also someone who lied in that situation. Like, he lied like that. He said that, oh, there's nobody else here. But yeah, we cannot really expect anything better from him, because he's a kid, and kids, obviously, they grow up how they are brought, the way they're brought up. If you grow up in a environment like this, where your dad is just exploitive, just throwing money at everyone and anyone and expecting everyone to lick his boots, if that's what you see and grow up, you are going to be someone like that as when you become an adult. you know but yeah, So I just even though I'm pissed at whenever Wagama just starts spewing nonsense and his bratty ass attitude whenever I see it, like I'm like I cannot blame him because that's how he was brought up. No, that's how he grew up, seeing people doing their bidding. So now he thinks he's just some sort of like privileged person who deserves everything in the world and everyone is going to do everything for them, no question asked. So that's where this comes from. So I cannot really blame him because of that. It's the fault of the adults beside him who made him like this. But obviously he's still a child. He can change. Like he's still in that impressionable age where yeah. So there's still time for him to maybe be little bit more humble. And now that he went through something like this, I feel like this will be a humbling experience for him. At least I feel like at least he'll be better than his dad when he grows up. His dad's an absolute garbage human being. Just look at him. Like good God. Anyways, that was that. So then we have Black Sperm. Now, Black Sperm. Oh God, this thing is just right. So he just divides, and I guess it makes sense because obviously he's called Black Sperm, and like when sperm is like a lot of cells, sperm cells, like all together. So I guess it makes sense. His power is like dividing and like becoming more of him. So I guess it makes sense. Lore accurate. Right. But anyways, he's a tough one because obviously, as Atomic Samurai says, that is just that even if he's dividing, his power isn't going down. Which is something that usually happens like in any anime or in other animes that you've seen. Whenever like a character has a power like this where they divides, the more they divide, the more weaker they get. This is not the case here, which is actually pretty scary. Like, can you imagine? So that's what it is. So he gets jumped in the end by so many of the black sperms. I do wonder how he's going to counter this because like I feel like he did like make the whole ceiling fall on top of them, but I feel like that wouldn't really be enough. So I do wonder what he's going to do. But yeah, like I said, Atomic Samurai, he's called Atomic Samurai. Like so I think he should probably be able to cut down like things into such small pieces that they're like at their atomic levels. So I don't know, maybe maybe something like that he can do to take out all this. But there's just too many of them. You know what, let's wait and see. He's S ranked for a reason, I'm sure. Like I'm sure he's not just going to go down this easily. So let's wait and see how he does this. And then we come across Homeless Emperor or whatever what was his name, something like that. Wait a minute, just a bit. Okay, so Zombie Man encounters him. He's like shooting beams or like, okay, Homeless Emperor, yeah, that's his name. Now I have to say his he's wearing like a tracksuit, so he, I don't know, he just reminds me of Saitama. Like his dress and everything, like his orange, like like tracksuit type of thing. I don't know. It's just right. Like it's just like he reminds me of a weird fusion between Saitama and like some Dragon Ball character. Like that's who he reminds me of. But yeah, his character design is pretty interesting. He has a little crown on his head. I guess it makes sense. He's a homeless emperor, you know. But his power is pretty interesting. He he shoots like beams, like like concentrated like beam balls or something. I don't know. But his story is pretty sad. He said that he just like he went to a party with his bosses, and their bosses wanted him to like dance naked, and he did that, and then he got fired because of sexual harassment. Yeah, so like that's what happened, obviously. And then he like reached enlightenment or whatever. He saw the sky and he was like, "Oh, we are such insignificant beings." Like, like, what are we in, like, this world? We are this speck of a dust. We don't matter. And then, in such a weird way, he twisted that thought process into, like, he says that even though we are such, like, insignificant beings, how dare, like, these people, like, act like this, like, like, in God's earth, like, these people are like pests. They're rotting everything, destroying everything. Like I said, like, he reached this type of, like, serenity, like an enlightenment, and he was like thinking about his existence, how small it is, and then somehow he twisted that into being like, and these human beings, they dare act like this, so I should be the person who smites them, who shall pass justice on to them. Great. And then he apparently met God. I don't think that is God. I'm not sure what the hell that is that came in front of him. But, like, I'm guessing it was one of the monsters, because, I'm sure, like, he became like this because he was fed one of those cell things, like the monster cell. Um, but anyways, and then he became this homeless emperor. I love how Zombie Man actually asked him to tell his backstory because he wanted time for him to regenerate. Oh no. But yeah, Anyways, so that's what happened here. Again, we didn't really see the conclusion of this battle. We didn't see Atomic Samurais versus Black Spam, that conclusion. We didn't see this conclusion, So I guess these we'll see in the next episode. And then we come across Puri Puri Prisoner, and Puri Puri Prisoner fights this elephant dude. And, Puri Puri Prisoner just destroys him. And then Puri Puri Prisoner comes across his cellmates, and his cellmates do not share the same sentiment as him. He's like, oh, you guys, like, I missed you, like, I'm here to save you. And they were like, oh, let's jump him. He was this annoying ass guy in the prison who just slacked off, didn't do anything. And, like, we went across a lot of pain because of this guy. Yeah, let's just attack him. So, that's what was happening. Anyways, this is where Puri Puri Prisoner comes across an actual threat, which was Nyan. No, the cat. And I feel like, obviously, Nyan was pretty smart. He cut Puri Puri Prisoner, and then he immediately realized that, oh, this is not working. So he's like, let me just dip. I don't want to stay around here no more. Like, this guy seems like the annoying type. And that's pretty funny because, obviously, he was an actual cat, as we get to see. Apparently, his owner harassed him so much. Obviously, not harassed him, but, like, showed him so much affection that he got fed up with it. Wait, is that why he became a monster? I don't get it. Wait a minute, let me check. Here we go. So he says, I can't stand him. This feeling reminds me of my former owner forcing her affection on me. Oh my god. Like, I don't know how he became a monster, but I'm guessing somehow he came across like a, I don't know. Oh, but I guess they kind of explained it before, like, like some, like, because obviously there are humans that become monsters, and then there's like creatures, like animals and everything, who becomes monster because of another reason. Like, you know what? I need to go back to that episode and recheck that part. But anyways, so he was an animal actually before he was a cat. But anyways, he obviously being a cat, he's like just slipping into like like tight confined spaces and just running away, and like just giving Puri Puri Prisoner the slip, and yeah, he gets away from them and he's like, I'm just going to go and fight other heroes. And while they were doing this, Prisoner accidentally kills all his former inmates who have become monsters now. And then he's like, oh my god, what happened to you guys? I'll don't worry. I'll take your, like, whatever, and go into the future, like the motivational speech or whatever that he was giving. And I'm like, yeah, Kuripuri Prisoner is a whole shonen protagonist. He just he loves monologuing and talking about love, hope, like, and these type of things, and how he'll never give up and all that. Oh god. But anyways, yeah, that's what's happening. And while all of this is happening, Saitama's still walking. Great. I don't know how long he takes to walk from, you know, he's been walking for the past 5 episodes or something. Like, good lord. So yeah, well, hopefully we get to see Saitama in action next episode, or maybe we won't. Maybe that'll be in the next season. But like I said, whatever it is, let's wait and see. Um, I think I said this before, and I still stand by it. I hope that they don't show any type of major battle in this season, at least. Which is the last episode. The next episode is the last episode. So hopefully they don't show any type of major battle in the final episode, because like, hopefully it is in season 4, because I don't know how good season 4 will be. There's a high possibility it'll be even worse than this, but I'm still looking at the positive. I'm hoping that it'll be better than this season at least. That is why I'm saying, like, hopefully whatever major battle we have, we get that in season 4, not in this season. Just end this here. Like, like, next episode is the final episode, just end it. Like, yeah, like, good god, this was something. And hopefully they next season they are able to actually be like, you know what, maybe just do a better job this time. Maybe not give the animators huge amount of work to complete in a very small amount of time. Because yeah, that's the major problem. It's pretty damn obvious. Like, they are giving so much amount of work with less manpower and less amount of time. That is the reason why the animation looks unfinished. There's bad animation, and then there's incomplete, unfinished animation. This season screams unfinished animation. It seems like the people who are animating this were in extreme hurry to complete it. It's pretty obvious. That's why I'm saying, at least next season, give them a good amount of time, good amount of manpower, and yeah, I think that's all that is needed. Because at the end of the day, animators do animation, and they are hired because they're good at their job. You won't hire an animator who's bad at their job. So it's not the problem here is not their, like, is not that their competence. The problem here is that they probably are not getting enough time, or they're not getting enough manpower to do it properly. That's the problem here. At least that's what I can understand. I might be wrong though, because obviously I have no idea what's going on in over there. But at least from what I can guess, that is the problem. It's not a problem about their competence or whether they can animate or not. You wouldn't hire an animator if they cannot animate. Like, come on. Like, let's be real here. Like, they are in that job. They're doing that job because they can do it. So why would we get this quality? It's because they're either being overworked, or they're not being given enough time. They're not being given enough manpower, and that's why they're just rushing it. That is why this is happening. So there you go. Anyways, like I said, obviously I have no idea. This is just what I think that's happening. So hopefully they at least try to, make a better season 4. But who knows? There's a 50-50 chance it'll go either way. It's either going to be better than this, or it's going to be worse than this. So, so yeah. Anyways, that is it. That was my reaction to episode number 11. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. That is it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week with the final episode of One Punch Man Season 3. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.